What's up, YouTube? Today it's Grand Arena time, and the first thing I thought when I saw the champions was Mr. Fantastic, OG Mr. Fantastic. I have a deck for that. My Everlasting Arms deck, it's the first deck that really became somewhat popular on YouTube for me. It is my favorite deck to play, and it's been so hard to play lately just because of the sheer amount of Alioth, Enchantress, Scream decks, stuff that is just unfriendly to it on ladder. But in the Grand Arena, we have a metagame that is built specifically for this deck with a few tweaks that I'll get into to take advantage of the energy that's more the additional energy, and Council of Reeds helps a little bit too. This deck sings. Let me go ahead and get into the elevator pitch first before we really dive into why it is so much fun in this mode. So for those of you unfamiliar with Everlasting Arms, a deck that I created, I mean, the original combo I had seen somewhere else, but it has evolved over time with the release of Moonstone to become a Moonstone Mr. Fantastic combo deck that puts, under best conditions, plus 102 power on the side lanes. That is power that can't be Shang-Chi'd. It can be Enchantress, but the idea is to play Onslaught, well, Moonstone first in the middle, then Onslaught, then Mystique, then Mr. Fantastic. Ordering does matter in this deck, but there's some different things you can do. You'll see in the gameplay, sometimes you can play Prodigy, sometimes you can play them out of order and just get less power, but still 70 power is enough to win the side lanes. But that's the general idea. Otherwise, this is a deck with a ton of Iron Man targets, ways to get cheaper Iron Men, ways to get cheaper Onslaughts, and sometimes that's enough even if you don't assemble the Ultra Super Duper combo. That's the pitch. Let's go card by card and talk about how the combo works. Before we talk about the cards, as you know at this point, I usually just bring up, if you can, please subscribe to the channel. Some of you already are, I'm sure, but a lot of you watch that aren't subscribed, and every little bit helps me get closer to 1,000 subscribers, so I can maybe become a Marvel Snap part of the creator program. That is one of the goals that I have for this channel. Anyway, that's the pitch. Let's get into this card by card. Mr. Fantastic, as a champion in this deck, brings along Council of Reeds. Council of Reeds helps because, you know, well, it helps because it's going to get one of your cards cheaper, which helps you do the combo earlier. The original deck had magic in it on ladder months and months ago, and that was hard because it's easily disrupted by Merlin, by Legion, by, you know, Snow Guard, Scarlet Witch, all the cards that just could really mess you up, and you needed magic because you had to play Onslaught before you played your other cards, if possible. Now that is no longer a problem. With Grand Arena, the fact that you get an extra energy each turn, you can now play everything out a turn early, and therefore you can get the full combo out with some regularity. So to take advantage of that, I took out some of the cards that like Miss Marvel that gave redundancy, and instead added card draw and ways to get every card in your combo more consistently. Mr. Fantastic is one of the core cards of the combo, so it's great he's the champion. He is what's going to be putting the power out to the sides. Everything else is amplifying his power. Next up, Howard the Duck. The only deck you can really play Howard the Duck in that is semi-competitive. This card is important because he works with Iron Lad to help you dig. At the end of the game, sometimes you've seen every card except for one. Well, now you know, first of all, I guess if that's the scenario, you don't need Howard. But earlier in the game, if you need to hit something, like you want Moonstone on 4, then you have Howard to tell you if that's possible. And that's why he's here. It's fun to play the card. And he's cheap. You can play him early. That helps too. Adam Warlock, he's here just to help you draw into the combo. Sometimes there's not a lot of early cards in this deck, but, you know, you have a location with +1 power, throw out Adam, maybe you can steal a draw. That happens more than you'd think. It happens in this gameplay. And then otherwise, sometimes people just go after this card when you play it, and that's great. We want them to be contesting lanes with Adam because that's never the lane that we need help with. You know, we're going to be putting power there ideally from the middle lane. So by all means, Red Guardian this card, post all your stuff in those lanes, that's fine. That's why Adam's here, and he does a great job. Pedro, he's a new addition to the deck. He's just giving you additional stat discounts, helping you play the cards earlier, and sometimes he gets stuff so cheap that you can play out the entire combo on turn 6, which makes it a lot harder to disrupt from your opponent. Mystique, this card here is part of the combo, and then also it can act as a second Iron Man in squirrels come out, or you can't play in the middle. Well, now you have Mystique to be able to work with Moonstone and Iron Man and Onslaught and all the good stuff. Crystal, one of the original cards in the deck. She's been gone for a while, but like I said, now that we're just trying to hit the combo, Crystal helps you draw closer to it, and I think it's really good. Along with Esme Cuckoo, she's going to be in the deck to bring you 3-4 Onslaughts or 3-4 Iron Men. Sometimes if you can't hit the combo, you need those to be able to get enough power to go after your opponent. You're going to run, I should say you're going to run into opponents playing Mr. Fantastic Champion and Super Skrull, and that is, right now, it played a lot, and that's the chief problem with this deck. Unless people start teching in on Enchantress and Alioth, then we could have a problem. But for now, you can surprise a lot of people. Prodigy acts as another alternative to Mystique. There's some weird ordering things where if you play Moonstone later in the game, then you don't get the plus 102 because it needs to be played before the Mystiqued Onslaught. But Prodigy helps you get around that by playing it on the Onslaught later in the game underneath it. Then Iron Lad, like I said, it's a way to dig. You can use it with a Howard to help you make sure you get the draws that you need. Moonstone, you want to play this as early as possible. Unless you suspect that your opponent has some way to disrupt it, then you might want to wait and just get it discounted through Pedro and Council of Reeds. But generally, remember, play Moonstone before Onslaught if you can. Then Iron Man, he's here to largely be a distraction. You don't need him to put out the 102 power. But sometimes you don't get that and you need to go into the Iron Man plan. You'll get him with Esme, you'll get him with Iron Lad, and then you're doubling up with Mystique. And you can put out a lot with Iron Man, but the most important thing is opponents, once tech starts being more of a thing in the Grand Arena, they will go after Iron Man if you play him on turn 4. And that's good. We want them to, because then your middle lane is a little safer to be able to play out the combo. And finally, Onslaught. The deck sings because of Onslaught. It's giving you the crazy doubling on doubling action that lets you get the insane numbers that almost nobody can touch. Ton of nulls can't touch it. It's just, it's big. The other thing I should mention is the Thing. I've only played against a couple of them, but if they put the Thing first steps in the middle, that's going to take out a piece of the combo, and you can't stop it. So watch out for that. If they play it in the middle, you're kind of going to have to pivot into a different plan. But that's the deck. We got some cool games here. I think this deck is insanely strong in Grand Arena. And until more people start to play Enchantress and Super Skrull and things of that nature, Mike Tomlinism, then this deck is going to be a force. So enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back to wrap it up at the end. Alright, I want to get down Pedro first. And I don't mind playing into the Baxter building. Potentially can help us get Adam going. Okay, so do we want to just try to draw, or do we want to be efficient with our energy? I think we want to just play out Esme. Okay, Mole Man, this is fine. Okay, that Onslaught is huge. Is now when we want to try to get Adam down? I think so. Okay. We do get the draw from Adam, which is nice. That Onslaught's down to a 2 cost. Gigantic. There's Moonstone. What do we have coming? Iron Man. Okay. This is fine. I think we're setting up for a turn 6 where we can play Onslaught, Prodigy, and Mr. Fantastic. And that's just the win. Which means next turn we can do whatever. We could play Iron Man, try to bait something. We do not care about them drawing cards as long as they don't draw into like Enchantress or something. Alright. No. We play Iron Man left. And we pass. Excuse me. Okay, lots of card generation, which is not amazing for us. We're hoping that they don't get Alioth or Enchantress generated. Although maybe they would play that over here. Alright, Onslaught, Mr. Fantastic, Prodigy. Oh, might as well play Council of Reeds, why not? They got a handful of cards that I have no idea what they are, which is scary, obviously. Hopefully they targeted with like Enchantress over there or something, just doesn't matter. Isan and rocks. Okay. MODOK. That's fun. That's a pretty good example of how it works. Okay, Mole Man. Love that. It should be a little bit easier than the Thing decks. Thing decks are ticking me off. Let's just get Council going. Alright, Moonstone. Love Bullseye, actually. Gambit is a problem for us, but maybe we can get enough else down that it's fine. Like Esme, Howard. I don't remember, is Gambit even, is that banned in this game mode? Polaris, are you serious? Okay. What do we got? That. We just Prodigy here. Polaris. Why Polaris though? There's Iron Man. Okay. Alright. Let's do Iron Man. Here. Alright. This feels okay. Mole Man getting Swarm. Gambit. Alright, hit the Howard. Nice. Okay. Alright, so what do we want? Prodigy, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. We got there. Alright. We're just hoping they play the thing somewhere else. We're not going to give them any reason to think we're playing in the middle until we have to. Well, Murder World's out, huh? Lizard. Oh man. That means that they're definitely planning on playing the thing there so that it can keep their lizard buff active. That stinks. I would love to play Moonstone, but I'm going to play Adam. Maybe they'll be baited into playing the thing over there. And we're really going to try to bait them with Iron Man. Do we need to play Moonstone? Next turn we can play Moonstone. Turn 5 we can play Onslaught. Let's just play Iron Man. Darn it. Alright, well we gotta pivot our plan then. Let's play Mystique and Pedro. Because now we've got an Iron Man here that we can play Moonstone on. We can play Onslaught on this one. Just play Onslaught now. Next turn we go Moonstone and just fill up some stuff here in the middle. Okay. I think it's good that we don't have priority. Although we want to be a little mindful of Negasonic, maybe? I mean, there's a chance we just do this and it hits Howard. Alright, we're way good. Okay, we do love to see a Mole Man. Ooh. Ooh, do we do Esme or Howard and Council? I'm in for Esme. Love a 3/4 Iron Man. Merlin, so they got just 2/1/2 rocks. Just start laying some bait down for them. What we got? Pedro coming? Ooh. Debris actually is fine with me in the middle. Crystal. I kind of want to just accelerate Crystal out. We need to draw into Onslaught, so, and Moonstone preferably. Prodigy, okay. There's Iron Man. Okay. Let's see. Crystal, I guess. Pedro. Might just have to go Iron Man plan here. We'll see. Killmonger. Okay. Okay, so we've Onslaught and Moonstone in our deck. I'm only going to draw one of them. Actually, we could draw both. Do we want to draw both? Can't play both of them. Maybe we just start layering here. Mr. Fantastic and Mystique. Let's see. Draw Moonstone. We can play Moonstone and Prodigy. Oh. Okay. Maybe I still just want to play Moonstone? All that's going to give me is 6 more power on the sides. But it gives me power in the middle too. Don't really know what their plan is in this deck. Shang's not helping. Killmonger's not helping. Alright. Just gonna play Council, got nothing else to do this turn. It's a nice hit on Iron Man. I do like to see another Mole Man deck. Although the card generation can be scary if they get an Enchantress from Coulson. That's why we have Iron Man, to bait those out. Like right now. Just gonna play an Iron Man over here. What do we have coming? Crystal, okay. Vicky. Pedro coming. Okay, not the greatest series of draws on the way. What'd they hit? Valentina? Okay. Esme. We're just going to draw with Esme. Ooh, Spider-Man 2099. No way to move that, hopefully. Prodigy. We're drawing Esme still. Okay, but this is not bad. We go Prodigy and Mystique. Hopefully profit. Alright, Human Torch I feel like we can beat. Depending on the deck, of course. I'd like to just get some buffs down. Ooh, they got the fire border. Looks nice. Rip. So once we have a spot filled up here, that pretty much takes out having to play Moonstone there. So I'm just going to play Moonstone and Rocket Pad. Maybe we can get Iron Man Mystique going. Looks like we can. We definitely want to play Council first, then Iron Man. We'll let them get the buff on Rocket Pad. It's fine. Okay. Now Mystique. Esme. Mr. Fantastic. If we get an Onslaught, that'd be really nice. So this is the stock pre-constructed, right? Fire border, steel metallic. I like it. Embers. Unfortunately, we got Adam. And got Adam again, but this could be Onslaught. So I think we'd rather contest Prodigy, Moonstone. It's the Moonstone. Like that. Ah. Hopefully that's still enough. Cool. Hold on. So let's go to the raft. At the very least, to maybe deny our opponent. If we draw like Howard, we could maybe go. Nah, we're probably not going to fill it, but we'll pretend like we are. We'll see. Esme? This is the first Carnage champion I've played against. Well, they got Maximum Carnage. Interesting. Ooh, deadly. 3/4 onslaught. Alright, they taking the raft away is fine with me. I'd rather you not get the 6. I think we're just going to play council. Actually. Is this a bot? No. Okay. So... I'm just going to play Iron Man. As long as we draw something good here, and we're not drawing Howard or Adam or Crystal. Alright, we're still okay. We can still do that. Still okay. We got triple onslaught. And then here. Just load up over here. They ignored middle. They were afraid of Iron Man or something. Okay. Just glad not to see another Mr. Fantastic. I have not played against a single Doctor Doom deck yet. We've played a fair number of games. We got Pager on the way. Let's see what Esme gets. Keep getting the top card of our deck with Esme. I had to make sure that wasn't intended. Ooh, this is real tempting. Get the double Pagers down. Council. We got a Mystique next turn. We could play Moonstone next turn. Not afraid of Zoo. Alioth, if they play Alioth. Although this is stock deck, maybe? Yeah. I really like the pixel effect, actually. I wonder if we're going to have a way to get that in the future. So Onslaught's on the top. This is where I'd be snapping right about now, if there was a snap mechanic. I think the top end of this deck is just Gilgamesh, right? Alright, Adam, Warlock coming. And we can play that next turn. I mean, we could even pass, just in case, and play out the whole combo next turn. We could just play Iron Man. I think that's safer, right? Just in case. I don't really know this deck list, but just in case there's something crazy in it. Might as well wait. Alright. It's pretty textbook. It's the way this deck's supposed to work. When the opponent's not playing Disruption, they have no chance, honestly. Okay, we're playing Human Torch. We didn't draw one of our 2-drops, or Howard, so we'll just play Council. New York is interesting to keep in mind. For now, I'll just play Crystal. Okay. So I guess I'm kind of priced into playing over here now. Love hitting the Onslaught with Esme. That's huge. Just play out the Moonstone. We'll see if they're playing any kind of Disruption. Otherwise, we've got the full combo in hand. Okay. So we'll keep priority. Could be relevant. There's no Cosmo they can move, so the only way they can really disrupt this is after the fact. We'll see if... What would they need? Like Red Guardian or Enchantress? Basically the only 2 things I can imagine. But we'll see. Been wrong before. Fastos. Brute. Alright. We'll take it. Let's see. Council it is. Avengers Compound is not great. I mean, they're going to be scrolling, so... Would love to hit Onslaught with Esme, or Iron Man would be an okay backup. Okay, got the Onslaught. I think we play that now. This way we can Prodigy on turn 6. I guess we'll just play Onslaught. That opens up the ability to Mystique. But Prodigy's still open. What you got? Super Skrull? Okay, this time we beat Super Skrull. So that's nice. Thanks so much for watching those games. I'm actually going to go and watch Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm excited. But in the meantime, have fun with this combo deck. It's a blast. I'm so happy to be able to play it again now that Grand Arena is around for a couple weeks. I hope to put out some other Grand Arena decks, but we'll see. I might be having so much fun with this one that this might just be the way for me to go. But anyway, leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to talk to you about anything and everything Grand Arena and Marvel Snap in general. Thanks so much for watching the videos. Later.